Am I the asshole for refusing to change the chore chart, even though my wife works full-time now? I met my wife in college, and she was soon pregnant after we graduated. We moved in together, and it was decided that she will not look for a job until after she gave birth. Our daughter was born, and my wife was a stay-at-home mom for the first 2 years. We had a lot of fight about the chore splitting. I was very overwhelmed coming home and having to do a ton of chores after work, and also spend time with our daughter. This has gotten worse as our daughter has gotten older and is a little tornado. The biggest issue was she wouldn't pick up at all, especially in the kitchen. That meant I would come home, clean the kitchen, cook, and then clean the kitchen again. I have to go around and clean up the day's activities. We argued about this a lot, and her stance was she watches our kid all day long, so I can clean up more when I get home. In the end, I gave in, and we made an official chore chart. Her watch kid, do laundry and grocery shopping appointments. Me dinner, everyday cleaning, whipping down counter, picking up toys, sweeping, etc. Trash, meal prep and nighttime routine, bath, etc. In the summer, my company informed me that I would be let go around Thanksgiving. We talked it over, and my wife found a job and would be the main breadwinner for the time being. I was to watch our daughter, and I am in an online master program. At the moment, I am watching our daughter and doing my master program. I personally have now been having any issues, but my wife is. She hates having to come home and do chores and clean up after us. I actually leave it cleaner than what she has left me. I put dishes in the dishwasher throughout the day. We have been arguing about this constantly. She thinks it is unfair she has to do chores after working all day, and me pointing out this literally what I have done for the past 2 years, and keep pointing at the chore chart. She says she is the breadwinner now, and I shouldn't have to do this, and I pointed out I was the breadwinner before to begin with, and did this all. That I am watching our daughter and doing a program. She claims I am being unfair, since I refuse to change the chore chart because it is literally what I have done for 2 years. My friend have opinions on this, so I need an outsider opinion. Everyone sucks here. You're in a partnership and need to stop working against each other. Work together to get more done. Not the asshole. Your wife is being really hypocritical that I feel like she knows and is ignoring that fact. GL. Yes, you all need therapy or to communicate better. Though for real, everyone benefits from therapy. Am I the asshole for refusing to cook for my partner anymore? I, 28F, have been doing almost all the cooking in my household for the past 2 years. My partner, 30M, can cook, but he rarely does. I had been taking cooking classes at my local college, and in the past in high school for several years. I've enjoyed cooking for him, but at this point it's basically expected. The issue is that no matter what I make, he always has something negative to say. If it's healthy, it's too bland. If it's indulgent, it's not good for him. If I try a new recipe, he says it's not something he'd ask for. He'll also add salt, hot sauce, or something else before even tasting it, then joke about how it needs fixing. Last week, after I spent over an hour cooking, he took one bite and said, "It's okay, but you should have done it differently." I snapped and told him I'm done cooking for him. I said I'll cook for myself, but he can handle his own meals from now on. I don't think it's fair to keep putting in effort just to be criticized, but now he's upset and acting like I'm the problem. Not the asshole. Man doesn't like the food someone is going to the trouble of fixing. He can fix his own food. I'm curious, though. Is this the only bad behavior he displays? Does he minimize and criticize anything else you do? Not the asshole. The cooking is not the real problem. He is simply unkind and ungrateful. He's trying to make you jump through hoops to get his impossible approval. Is this how you want to live? Not the asshole. I know it's cliché to say leave your partner, but do you really want to be instantly criticized like this forever? Am I the asshole for sticking my freshly single mom with $20,000 of debt? I, 19M, have been paying off a car loan from my mom, 40F, since I turned 16. She gifted me a new 2022 current year Nissan Sentra for my birthday. I foolishly never asked how much she signed for, because I had assumed that her financially knowledgeable boyfriend at the time would know what he was doing at the dealership. He did not. The original MSRP for my car capped at around $20,000. Out the door they walked away with a $40,000 car loan. They put nothing down and had a 10% interest rate because my mom's credit was bad and she had no job. But even accounting that, the math never made sense to me. The payments every month was $510. I didn't care because the original deal was that me and my mom's boyfriend would split the monthly note. That lasted for all of 3 months, until I was stuck paying the entire thing, and have been since that day. About a year ago, I went to the bank with my mom to try to transfer the loan from her name to mine, but since the interest would be recalculated and would add about $10,000 to the loan, we both agreed to not do it. I moved out at 18 and live with a roommate, but bills have been tighter. My girlfriend's mom suggested that I look for a new car that's more in budget, and I found a used 2025 Corolla with 10K miles for $18,000. A better car for cheaper than what I would be paying off of my current car. I told my mom that I was planning to get a new car, and if she wanted to sell my current car, it would be her decision, and she lost her shit, saying how it's my responsibility and that it was a gift for me and how she saved me $10,000 by not transferring the loan. The biggest elephant is that she's freshly divorced and is looking for a job to support her 2 younger girls. I told her she can sell the car for about $15,000, but she refuses and is demanding that I drain my savings to pay for a car that I never agreed to pay for and ultimately was their terrible financial decision. On one hand, I don't feel like I owe her anything and never truly got along with my mom, so it is what it is. On the other hand, I feel guilty for kicking her while she's down. Looking for unbiased opinions. Thank you. As long as your name is not on the loan or title, it's not your car. It's her car and her boyfriend's if he's on the loan/title, which makes it her obligation, not the asshole. How is it a gift if you're paying the full note? Bills are tight, so the solution is an $18,000 vehicle? Christ, brother, get a clunker for $5,000 and drive the wheels off of it. Am I the asshole for not allowing my fiancé's family dictate my baby's life before it's even born? My fiancé, 26 male, and I, 27 female, have been engaged since the 16th of December, 2025. Being of African culture, he made his way to my home to negotiate la bola, bride price, and all went well. I've met my soon-to-be sister-in-law way before us getting engaged. She was kind, welcoming, and seemed to be loving. Fast forward to the 30th of December, 2025, I fly back to Gauteng from Eastern Cape to be with my fiancé. The next day we get an invite from my fiancé's mom for a New Year's Day lunch on the 1st of Jan, and we accept. That same day, my fiancé took me to the hospital because I had a bad case of the flu, and he didn't like that I wasn't getting much better. During that doctor's consultation, we find out that we're pregnant and are 5 months pregnant. I guess I'm one of the lucky ones who didn't get any morning sickness or grow much of a stomach. On the day of the lunch, we break the news to his mom and sister, and they're so excited and happy for us. They mention a few traditional things like the mom giving the baby its first name. My fiancé shuts that conversation down and tells them, it's up to him and I what we name the baby, and we won't be doing that. Later, I'm helping his sister prepare the food in the kitchen, and she mentions a baby shower and or gender reveal for us. I tell her my sisters and friends might throw me one after I break the news to them, and she tells me that's so great and that I'm lucky to have them to do that for me. She also mentions me getting her in contact with whoever will be planning it once I know, so that she can be a part of it. I tell her no problem, and we end that conversation. Fast forward 2 days ago, my fiancé and I go for an anatomy scan to find out the gender of the baby, and also find that everything is still going well with the pregnancy. The doctor writes down the gender in an envelope and closes it up for us, and we decide to take the envelope to my eldest sister for safekeeping. We both share how the appointment went with our family. Mine takes it well, they don't question anything. His side of the family, however, go off. His sister tells him that she feels like we shouldn't have given the envelope to my sister, and that she's the aunt of the child, dad's side specifically, and that she feels like we're excluding her from our child. She ropes in their mom, and now even his mom is going off on him, telling him that she should be the one to have been given the envelope, and she would be the one to tell us the gender of the baby. Also to remember that I'm married into their family, and that since I'm a part of their family now, I can't decide on stuff like this and have them go along with it, without discussing it with them first. Right now, as I'm writing this post, his mom has since blocked him and told him that she'd be withdrawing herself from his life, and that he can do what makes him happy. His sister is riding that train like crazy, telling him that it's always been them three together. So am I the asshole? You're not the asshole. Right now, as I'm writing this post, his mom has since blocked him and told him that she'd be withdrawing herself from his life. Hopefully the sister takes her cue from her mother and joins in on the blocking. Not the asshole. By Elena Laba. I'm sorry, girl, but you unfortunately have to deal with them forever, and his mom blocked him as a manipulation tactic. I just hope you have a healthy and safe pregnancy and delivery, and set your boundaries now. Not the asshole. But this drama is now the rest of your life.